Hi and welcome to the Pilates exercise demonstration. In a moment we're going to begin our Pilates routine. If at any point you feel that your pain is too much or you feel you need to slow down or ease back, then feel free just to pause or stop the video at any time. When we're working, we'll move through some different levels and it's up to you to choose which level you feel is appropriate for you. It's okay that you might feel some soreness and we will help coach you through that as we go through. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, just having a little think about your starting position. So our feet are shoulder width apart, lifting up the rib cage, shoulders back and our chin just tucked in slightly. And before we begin, we're just going to take some nice deep diaphragmatic breaths. So big breath in through the nose. Good, and one more. As you breathe in this time, we're going to take the arms up overhead as our start position, so a nice breath in. And as we breathe out, we're going to relax the arms down and begin our forward roll down towards the floor. And again, just bring yourself back to your start position and get yourself reset. Nice breath in, reach tall. And on the breath out, just relaxing the arms, rolling down towards the floor. Remember, your range of motion will be different to mine. Whatever you feel comfortable to do, you just work within your zone. Reaching tall, relaxing down, and down into your forward roll. So from this position, we're now going to move towards the mat, okay? I'm going to roll down onto my hands and knees. If you feel you need a chair to bring yourself down into that position, then set yourself up for that now. So we reach tall, relaxing down, and forward into our kneeling position. So we're looking for our hands resting under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. And our movement begins at the pelvis. So as we let the pelvis roll forward and then slowly rolling back and lifting up through the rib cage, head gently relaxing and then forward again through the pelvis. The ribs dropping down, the head just sits up. And as you feel your spinal joints warming up, you can begin to really reach up, stretching up nice and tall, and you can pause at the top and relaxing down. We're going to practice this around 10 repetitions. And as I said before, if you feel you need to stop sooner, that's okay, just take a pause. And as we return to that start position, just gently lowering your bottom down towards your feet and just relaxing into the prayer stretch. Just taking some gentle breaths, really feel the ribcage expanding. And as the breath releases, relaxing a bit further into the stretch. You may find if your shoulders are a bit stiff, you can relax the arms at your side. And when you're ready, just bring yourself out and back to your kneeling position to start. So we're going to move into our next exercise. And the action is going to start with the legs. So as we hold in our good kneeling position, our rib cage up nice and firm between the shoulder blades. Our head nice and neutral. We're not hanging in this position, holding in neutral. And we're just going to stretch the leg away, reaching out behind and back again. And then the opposite and down. And just keep repeating, alternating the legs. And we're going to build up towards 10 repetitions on each side. Remembering, if you feel you need to rest or pause, just sit yourself back into your comfortable position and just wait until the next exercise. And if you're feeling quite confident with the exercise, we can make the last few repetitions a little bit more challenging. And we're going to stretch opposite arm and opposite leg, returning. And as we bring your hands back to that start position, like before, just lowering your bottom down into your prayer stretch. Just taking a few slow, deep breaths. As we come out from the stretch, once again, we're going to change position. This time we're going to be moving onto our tummies, lying on our front. Getting comfortable now lying on our fronts. You can rest your forehead onto your hands. Just relax the shoulders down. And we're going to begin with lifting one of your legs into the air. So we're just keeping the leg nice and straight. Just raise and lower down. And the opposite side. And down. Now you may find this position isn't most comfortable for you, and sometimes a pillow resting underneath your pelvis or your stomach can alleviate some of that stress. And we're counting up to the 10 repetitions. If you need to pause and rest, feel free to do so. Just finishing the exercise there. We're going to do one more in this position. We'll move our arms down to our sides and just resting our foreheads towards the mat or the pillow. And then we're going to draw our shoulder blades back. And as we draw our arms up, gently lifting up the upper body, you're going to feel these muscles here across your lower back working, and gently down, and allow them to relax. And squeezing, gently lifting, and lowering down. And if we want to make the exercise a bit more challenging, we can change our arm position. And again, lifting and down. And resting there. I'm just going to have a little bit of a stretch in between, so we're going to come back into our kneeling position. And like before, just working through the pelvis, loosening those spinal joints. And then slowly lowering yourself down and holding the stretch. And returning to kneeling, we're going to change position now. We're going to be looking to come around onto our side and get ourselves comfortable in our side positions. Sometimes having a pillow here can be more comfortable for you, otherwise resting on your arm will be sufficient. Our knees and hips are just going to be bent to about 45 degrees and our feet just tucked in line with our body. Okay. So we're going to open up the knee and slowly down. And just an awareness of holding the pelvis in a good position, not letting the body turn, using your muscles, your gluteal muscles in your bottom. And then from there, just going to stretch the legs down to your side, nice and straight. And again, you may want to pop a hand in front this time just to give yourself a bit of balance. And then when you're ready, we're going to raise up the top leg and slowly lower down. Quite normal that you might be feeling a bit of a muscle sensation, a little bit soreness, a little bit of a burning sensation. This is quite common when we use our muscles. Nothing to be worried about. And just finishing on your side there. As we come round then onto our backs, we'll just stretch that hip and those muscles out. So the leg you've been working, just draw the knee towards you, and as you bring it across the body, just feeling the sensation and the stretch in your gluteals there. And relaxing down. We're going to change onto our other side now to do the same actions on the opposite leg. So we'll just take a moment as we switch positions and I'll meet you in the other position. As we get ourselves back into our start position on our sides. So again, arm on the pillow with the head relaxed, nice and comfortable. Thinking about the hip position, the knees at around a 45-degree angle and the feet are together in line with the body. And our first exercise, we're going to be lifting the top leg, so opening and closing. As we count slowly up to the 10 repetitions. If you feel you need to pause sooner, that's okay. And remembering to keep the trunk nice and steady, not turning the body as those muscles in the hips start to tire. As we finish with the clam, we're going to just stretch the legs out. And when you're ready, that top leg lifting and lowering. And as we finish there, we're going to come around onto our backs to stretch the muscles that you've been working. So the knee drawing up towards the chest, and then slowly across, feeling the stretch in those gluteal muscles. And gently down there. So setting ourselves up for our last set of exercises in this position. Our knees just sitting in line with our hips, our head and shoulders nice and relaxed. Again, your choice if you wish to put a pillow there for comfort. And we're going to begin working our abdominal muscles. So we're resting our hands across our front of our legs and just slowly lifting the head and shoulders up, sliding the hands up towards the knees and easing back down. Resist that temptation to look down towards your knees and keep your focus up towards the sky or the ceiling. You may feel a little bit of stress in these neck muscles, and to counter that, just pop a hand and just support and return. And just bringing your hands back to your start position there. Moving into exercises around the front of the hip. As you start off, head relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Nice deep breath in, just get yourself grounded. Good, on the next in breath, just drawing up the knee. And relaxing back down. And switching sides. And relaxing down. Not uncommon with this exercise that you might feel or notice a clicking coming from the hip region. There's nothing to be worried about, quite normal, and our bodies make some noises. Okay, we're going to challenge this exercise a little bit more. This time we're going to bring the first leg into the air, and then you're going to bring the second leg up to meet it. And as you hold there, just tapping one leg to the floor and return, and the opposite side and return. You may have noticed that the effort required to hold the legs in the air has gone up quite a lot. And just to keep this in mind, if you feel you need to pause, just gently lower the legs down and have a moment. Good. Okay, and last time, just leave the leg on the floor this time, and the opposite one down to meet it. And as we take a pause in between, we're just going to let our knees roll gently to one side, and just loosening through the trunk. And back through the middle and across to the other side. And like before, it's not uncommon if you notice or feel a little clicking of the gas as it expands and releases in the joints of your spine. Whilst it might sound a bit scary, it's not causing you any harm or damage. We get ourselves set for our shoulder bridge. So knees are tennis ball width apart. So imagine you're holding a tennis ball between the knees. And we're focusing back on the hips and the pelvis. Nice and gently tilting the pelvis back and slowly, slowly starting to lift the hips up into the air and easing back down. And again, each time you roll that pelvis backwards and lift, just lift a little bit further into the air, raising those hips a little bit higher and slowly lowering them back down. And as we start to come up through the rib cage, moving towards the shoulder blades. Okay, one more time, just gently lifting up towards the ceiling, this time just a pause at the top. And slowly down. We're going to practice one more exercise before we finish. And we're going to combine two of the earlier exercises together. So we're looking to bring the knees gently into the air. Then you're going to take your shoulders off, extend the arms out. I'm just going to pump the arms up and down, nice and gently. Keep that chin nice and open, pick a point on the ceiling to focus on. And just see if you can pump those arms 10 more times. And as you finish, just take hold of your knees and your legs. Relax your head and shoulders down. Gently down with the feet and the knees. And just slide the legs away. Good. Now at this time, it's always good just to take a minute or two just to relax, focus on your breath. At this stage, you could practice the mindfulness or the relaxation that is also available through the education and demonstration series on the website.